up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
Alright, we still got Bitcoin in a dip, but the meme coins are going bananas. So is Bitcoin going to continue to the downside, or is it going to pop up and make room for these meme coins? Right now, at the time of recording, Bitcoin is sitting at about $67,200, and it looks like it might be getting ready to break out of this bull flag that I was talking about in my video yesterday. But if it does break down from here, what is the lowest that it can actually go? Well, this big red indicator right here is the Bitcoin production cost, and basically the bottom of this range is the lowest that the price can go, essentially. Because if it goes any lower than that, then the miners are not making any kind of profit and they're basically doing work for free, or actually at a loss. So if we go back in time, you can see that it usually does come down there into the bottom of the bear market, and that is actually probably a really good indicator to see where the bottom is going to be in the next one. But what I'm paying attention to here is the halving dates, because as you can see, the Bitcoin production cost actually doubles at that time because of the rewards being cut in half, obviously. Every time we come up to one of these yellow lines, which is the halvings, the production goes up by a whole 100%, exactly that every time, because the supply is cut in half, so obviously it's going to double the production cost, and we're coming up on one of those right now. We got less than a month to go until the halving, and that means that the production cost is going to double again. And if I measure a 100% increase from where that's at right now, then that would leave the floor for Bitcoin at about $60,000. I'm not saying that I think we're going to go down that low, but I don't think we're going to go any lower than that, meaning that that's basically the worst case scenario. And hopefully we're just going to break out of this bull flag right here and continue to the upside, because we're finally seeing some really strong indications that retail has finally re-entered the market. Like according to this article on CoinDesk, Solana has crossed $200 as a meme coin frenzy bumps demand for Solana network. It looks like if we look at the chart for Solana, it did actually top out at about exactly $200, and it seems to be on a small retracement right now, which doesn't really look like anything on this chart, obviously, but it is about 5 or 6% down from its peak. And since we're seeing all of these mainstream articles and stuff coming out about the Solana meme coin bull rally, maybe it's getting a little bit overheated, and if Bitcoin can't continue to the upside, then we might actually be seeing a little bit of a sell-off. The reason Solana is making higher highs now is because of these meme coins like BOME. BOME, as some people are calling it, is the book of memes, but I think it's probably better pronounced as bomb, because this is probably going to be one of those pump and dump schemes. And now that everybody's talking about it, it's probably going to be a really great time for people to start taking some profits, and it might just do a little bit of bombing. Some of these meme coins are going to stick around after their initial pump and dump, and they're going to probably take off again like Pepe and Dogecoin and so many other memes have, but it's going to be really hard to figure out which ones are going to do that, because just like how we saw with the Dogecoin phenomenon and all of the e-new copycats, we're basically just seeing everybody and their brother making a meme coin and trying to piggyback on another narrative that's already made people money. And according to this article on Cointelegraph, it looks like the meme coin pre-sales have reached a peak degeneracy, according to this, with $100 million raised in 3 days. This has had Solana meme coins trending on Twitter for the past couple of days, and it looks like if you just scroll down the list, as you can see, everybody's just kind of going off of those narratives, like this one called Dog with AI Portal. It's going off of the dog with hat meme, obviously, and they just put one of those Apple VR headsets on them because everybody was talking about those recently as well, so mixing two narratives might make the creator a lot of money. But there's thousands of these things being made, and it's really hard to pick up on which narrative is going to take off, and there's not obviously any real use case or any kind of fundamentals behind these things. For instance, take this one that's called Inbred Cat. You know that one's not going to be changing the world, but it might be changing somebody's life. This isn't an endorsement, and I haven't been getting paid from any of these guys. I don't have any inbred cat, and I think that it's probably just garbage. Just like most of these probably are, as a matter of fact. And I'm not endorsing anybody taking any real big risks, but sometimes I like to go to the casino and have a little bit of fun. But like I said, things are pretty overheated right now, so if we do see a little bit of a cool-off, I might try to get back into the meme coin market again. But I don't think it's probably going to be any of these ones that are already trending on X that are going to be pumping again in the future. Like I said earlier, maybe there's going to be one or two, but it's going to be really hard to figure out which ones those are. According to this post by Arthur, it says that Solana ecosystem is experiencing now what is extremely similar to what Ethereum went through during the 2017 ICO bubble. That indicated the top of the market, and it was very frothy, but in this case, I think this is actually a sign of retail investors re-entering the market, and these meme coins might continue to pump throughout the bull market. You just have to do your own research, and by the time I do research and even mention it on my channel, whatever it is that's going to be popular might have already had its run. That's not just true for me, but also for very many other creators out there, and that's why people say that you have to do your own research, because to actually make a whole bunch of money off of a lot of these shitcoins, as they say, you basically have to be one of the first investors, and by the time the algorithm has picked up on the narrative and puts it in your face, it's probably already too late. I'm not saying that I don't want you guys to make a whole bunch of money with meme coins, but I'm just being reasonable, and I don't want anybody to get wrecked because of something that I said. So if you appreciate me being responsible and telling you how I really feel, please hit that subscribe button because I really appreciate the support. Another coin that's been going really popular right now and is just trending on X is called Slerf. It's got this goofy looking sloth, and I think Slerf is supposed to be like a mushmouth way of saying sloth. And a lot of people think that this thing might actually explode because of what this guy Woo Blockchain said in his post. He says the Solana meme coin project Slerf claimed that all LP or liquidity pool and airdrop tokens were burned due to a careless operation, and that the new tokens cannot be minted because the minting permission has been revoked. Basically, this means that the creator basically lost control of the project, and people think that that means they can't manipulate the price, so they're putting a bunch of money in. But a lot of people got screwed over because, as it says, Slerf raised over 50,000 SOL and over $10 million, but since the minting permission has been revoked, this means that the pre-sale investors will not receive tokens and will not receive SOL refunds. And this might actually just be a huge ploy for the creator to make a bunch of money, and it might not actually be true. According to this article on CoinDesk, the Solana meme coin Slerf has notched $1.7 billion in volume after the developer lost all pre-sale funds. He said, "This is not a joke, I really messed up. I'm really sorry. It was a simple mindless misclick when I was in the process of burning the LP," the developer said. And so basically he's saying that he accidentally burned the liquidity pool wallet. But I've seen scams like this before. I'm not saying that this necessarily is one. I'm just saying that a lot of times people will say that they've burned a bunch of coins only to somehow find the address and just drain all of the liquidity out of the project, dumping on everybody and pulling the rug. So just be careful out there, guys, because a lot of these creators are anonymous and nobody knows who they are. They could just take the money and run away to some beach, leaving everybody hanging. And there's probably not going to be any recourse for that because there's just so many people doing this that the SEC and nobody else can really keep up with everything. According to this other post by Woo Blockchain, it says, according to the SolScan, the number of SPL tokens born on the Solana network has recently reached a historical peak. In the last 7 days, an average of more than 7,800 SPL tokens were born on the Solana network every day. So let me know what you guys think. Can you keep up with 7,800 tokens every day and see which one is going to pump to the moon? Or do you think that if you tried to throw a bunch of money into those that you would lose a whole bunch trying to chase the pump, and you would probably just be one step behind all of the developers and the people in the right group chats? In my opinion, a better bet would be to try to invest in picks and shovels in this gold rush. And that means basically investing in the blockchains that these meme coins are going to be performing on. Because like I just showed you, Solana is making all-time highs, and it's not going to be getting the rug pulled out from under it probably. So while it's not going to have as astronomical gains and as much hyperbolic pumpiness as some of these meme coins, it is a safer bet, and it could still change your life. If Solana's not pumpy enough for you and doesn't have enough volatility, then maybe you could invest in some layer 2 projects on the Solana network, like Jupiter, one of the dexes that's being used for all of this meme coin trading. And if you look at the chart over here, you can see that just over the past, 47 days, this project is up a whole 5,779%. This one too is a little more risky obviously than the base chain, which is Solana, but it is less risky probably than the meme coins that are trading on the DEX, and in my opinion this is probably the sweet spot on where you can make some money without getting the rug pulled out from under you. None of this is obviously financial advice, but I'm just trying to keep it responsible with you guys and try to figure out a way that we can all make money off of this meme coin mania without getting totally wrecked and losing all of our money. Like I said, if the meme coins do start to dip a little bit, then as things start to cool off a little, I might try to get into some and get ready for the next little meme coin bump. But these things come in waves, and like I said, whenever everybody is talking about it already, it's probably a little bit too late to start trying to chase these green candles. So let me know in the comments if you guys are a degenerate like I am, and what are your favorite Solana meme coins that might have another leg up after maybe a short-term cool-off. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if I brought you any value. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.